Hi, and welcome to In the Company of Horses TV show. I'm your host, Tina Trenner. Every week we're here in Las Vegas, Nevada at the South Point Casino and Equestrian Center talking to people about what else? Horses. We love the subject, we love the people, so stay right there. My guest today is Kelley, and she's come all the way from Florida here to Las Vegas to the South Point. Glad to have you here.
Glad to be here.
Welcome to the show. Kay, you know, one of the things about our show is it's called In the Company of Horses. And we talk to people who either have lived with horses their whole lives or people whose business is associated with horses or ranching and in the, you know, the Western lifestyle. Right. And you're a little of both of those worlds, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Now, give me your exact title. It's Kay Kelley, your PhD, right?
Right.
In what?
It's in the School of Agriculture, but it's doctor philosophy is what they say, but I majored in enzyme kinetics and reproduction in that area. In animals. In animals, okay, so like livestock. Right.
Okay.
So I got a BS from University of Michigan in the 60s. And in the 70s, I went back to school and got a master's in animal nutrition. And then 3 or 4 years later, I went back and got a PhD.
Wow, you were a busy girl.
Well, keeps you out of trouble.
That's good. It's one way to do it. Right. Well, I'm just going to tell the viewers, because this is, I swear, this is, wrong hand, I swear. This is a true story. A friend of mine came to my ranch, and I had a baby horse that had some epiphysitis, which for anyone that doesn't know what epiphysitis is, I'll make it quick. It's an inflammation, right, of the joints. And it shows in swelling, and this colt was getting sore. And she said to me, oh, I know there's this stuff, I can't remember the name of it. And she said, but it's terrific and I know it works. And she said, I'm going to go home and I'm going to find that phone number and I'm going to send it to you. So I said, oh, okay, you know, because I mean, I've raised a whole bunch of baby horses. I used to have 25 to 30 mares at a time, and we raised 25, 30 babies every year. So we've had epiphysitis to a different degree, I think, you know, either none or bad. But this is one of the worst colts that I think I've ever had problems with. Anyway, she sent me your phone number, and I called you, and we talked, and you said, this stuff will work. All you have to do is give it a try. It works almost every time. And I said, all right, I'm going to buy 1 pail of it from you, and you send it to me, and it's called Equine Leg Magic, and that's exactly what it was.
That's what it does.
It's amazing. It's amazing. How many years did you work on the formula to come up with Equine Leg Magic?
Probably about 1.5 years.
Really?
It was really fast because I discovered it because I had a yearling gelding that in hindsight I know what happened. At the time I didn't, but he got so he didn't really want to move around. He didn't like to be trimmed with his legs picked up, particularly the rears. And it wasn't long before he was popping in the back fetlocks, and then he was walking on the front fetlocks within a month. And it turned out when we looked back at all the information we had, he had actually grown probably 4 to 5 inches in this period of time.
Right.
He was very tall, very thin.
Right.
An English style horse, and still is to this day. And I didn't want to do the tendon cutting and things because number one, it's dollars, and number two, it doesn't always work the way you think it's going to.
Doesn't really work so well.
Because they grow back together.
Right.
So I just threw something together based on the fact in minerals of what I had heard old-timers say, what people had sort of given, and an exam question I had missed on an oral exam.
But Kay, let me tell you.
That was the ingenuity and the ability to recognize it.
But without your background.
You wouldn't have made it.
Absolutely, because there's a lot of people that sit around and scratch their head and don't know how to help those colts. I mean, there's been a lot of colts lost because of epiphysitis alone. Forget all the other, you know, maladies that horses have with their tendons and their joints.
Well, that's really true, and I can look back even in my own examples of the 10 years before. He emailed me a couple weeks ago with a list of instructions. You give this drug at the hock, you give this at the fetlock, you do this, keep it on butte, and you can race it. And she got her, she's been on 2 months, and she finished 7th or 8th out of 300.
Wow.
And he was on nothing but ELM, not on any other drug, butte, no nothing.
But yours, and we're almost out of time, but let's emphasize yours is a natural product.
It's all natural.
And you know, so many of of us
Yeah.
nowadays are trying to find organic and natural and everything, you know, that we
Right.
eat.
And the key to it is a ratio of the minerals to each other, and it's 100% bioavailable.
All right, so someone's sitting there right now saying, I want to get in touch with Kay Kelley. How do they do that, Dr. Kay Kelley?
The best thing right now is at my Equine Leg Magic at AOL.com, or the phone number is 352-283-6331. It's a cell phone. I personally answer all phone calls.
Yes, you do.
And it's not a product that can just magically cure, like I said. It takes care of the problem. It gives the animal what it needs at the cellular level to stay that way. You can take it away and they might regress, but you can put it back and they go right on where they were.
Yep, that's exactly what
You have
happened.
to-
We ran out, and that's what happened, but we're out of time too. We ran out
Right.
of that too. Thank you so much for being my guest. I cannot tell you again how great Equine Leg Magic is. If you have any problems with your horses, give it a try. You'll be glad that you did. We'll be right back. Thanks
Thank you.
again.